guys, I'm Amelia Emberwing, and joining me today are women of wrestling superheroes, the Beast.
I'm the biggest. I'm the baddest. I am the Beast.
And Kandi Krush.
Let's go!
How's it going, ladies?
It's going great.
Going awesome.
Good, we're so glad to have you with us today. The evolution of women's wrestling has gone through like many different levels. What do you think the next step needs to be? How do we continue to progress forward?
I think just continuing to showcase women's athleticism and strength, and that's what WOW is all about. So we're not the sideshow, we're the main event. That's it. We are the entire event. And so I just think that needs to happen all over the world with wrestling, that women need to be just elevated and show that we're the main event and we can throw down just like the guys, if not better.
I agree. We just have to keep pushing women's wrestling, women in sports to the forefront. Women are just as good, if not better. We are main events, and we show that night after night. And so we just got to keep pushing that so that more people see what we do.
You know, move past the, we've got 2 women on the promo, look what we did.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're
So
not
right.
a token.
Nah.
You're
We're
right.
an event. Yeah.
I love that.
We're the reason. We're the reason you're here.
Exactly. So cosplay and wrestling have like started becoming more of a circle in their little Venn diagram. Like we see more and more gear sort of inspired by pop culture characters. What character would you want most in a cosplay like gear scenario?
Well, I always kind of wanted to have a Supergirl type of vibe. So I mean, I don't know, I already have that, I guess. I mean, mine's like boxing mixed with that, but yeah, just like simple and strong, but bold. And so I think I already embody that. But yeah, I would say Supergirl. I also would like to fly. That would be great.
Yeah.
I keep my feet firmly on the ground. But my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. So, I mean, anything that gets me showing off muscles, showing off everything I've worked so hard to build in that kind of vein, I would go for.
What would you want to say if you could go back in time and talk to the you that was at her first day of training?
I was not patient with myself at the beginning, and there was a lot of frustration, which can really block you. Wrestling is a hard sport. It's hard physically, it's hard mentally, emotionally, and like Beast was saying, like when you get in the ring with somebody, everybody's different. Everybody has a different style, and you have to adjust and adapt depending on what they bring to you and be able to, in boxing terms, counterpunch. So be patient.
There are so many people who come in from different sports who have that thought process. Like we see it with MMA all the time, where they're like, well, I fight professionally already, so of course I'm going to be able to do wrestling. It's fake, right? No,
it's not.
It's very, 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 very different.
And it's very, very real.
Yeah.
Bruises are real. The concussions are real.
The broken bones are real.
She just recovered from a broken leg. It's real in there, and you don't know what's going to happen. So we really do have to adapt and adjust and conquer any way we can.
Yeah. Beast, what about you?
I would say fear is a lie. Fear is a lie. There's no room for it because, like Krush, I came from a Krav Maga background. So in my head, I thought it would just translate. It's combat sport. It's hands-on, and you know there was sometimes that fear in the back of your head of I'm not getting this as fast as I want to, or you know, in wrestling, I want to win, but I don't want to hurt my opponent, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I want to prove that I'm better than you, but there's no need to take it too far. And when you come from something as violent and as brutal as Krav Maga, there is that fear of taking it too far and knowing when to dial back and when to push harder. So you just have to listen to the situation. Like she was saying, you have to adapt. You have to come through with your best, but also take care of everyone involved.
What's a superhero without a supervillain? And since this is FanFest, we're going to play a little game. Each of you have chosen a supervillain as an opponent, but before you can start the fight, you'll need to cut a wrestling promo to show them who's boss. Beast, you chose Catwoman. Let's start with you.
Catwoman. In front of all these people that can hear my voice, I'm calling you out. But before you answer my call, you better call a couple friends of yours. You better call Poison Ivy and see if she can help you. You better send up the bat signal to see if Batman can help you. You better bring all your 9 lives. See, if you and I know deep down that you face some of the baddest in the DC universe, if you may bring your sharpest claws, but deep down, you and I both know a house cat, no match for the beast.
Let's go.
Incredible. Now, Krush, you've got Ursula. Take it away.
Yes, I do got Ursula. Well, as everybody knows, I'm the CEO of Let's Go, so I'm always ready to go toe to toe. But this time, I'm about to go toe to tentacle. We're about to take down the Sea Witch. Ursula, I know you've got a size advantage over me, but I've got a stamina advantage over you. And I've proven time and time again that I can punch above my weight class. So I'm gonna ollie shuffle around you, gas you out, and then knock you all the way back down to the ocean floor. I also know you're dealing with about 8 extra limbs on me, but one thing you gotta know about me is that it only takes 1. And you know what, on top of all of that, the most important thing to remember is that before I was a boxer and a wrestler, I was a synchronized swimmer, so essentially, I'm a mermaid. Do we really need to bring up your win-loss record against mermaids? Ursula, you're the type of person, or creature, that likes to wait until somebody's at their most vulnerable, weakest state to strike. But me, I like to fight them and beat them when they're at their strongest. So that's what I'm gonna do to you. And the only thing that your poor, unfortunate soul is gonna be doing is trying to find its way back to your body after it's laid out on the canvas. Let's go!
Amazing. All right, that's about all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
Thanks again. You can come watch The Beast, Kandi Krush, and a ton of other awesome superheroes every week on WoW Women of Wrestling. And for plenty more high-flying wrestling action, keep it here on IGN.